today. They see what you see. They see the animals, they see their own health, they see the planet you have brethren and sisterin on every continent, and they want what you want. They want a living, viable, sustainable future. If you do not know what Happy Cow is, please download this app onto your phone. You find yourself in a strange city anywhere on planet Earth, fire up Happy Cow, and it'll tell you all the vegan restaurants that are in the city, and you give you map, reservations, etc. We were traveling last summer in Riga, Latvia. Fired up Happy Cow, 7 vegan restaurants in Riga, Latvia. There's 9 vegan restaurants in Tallinn, Estonia. Who knew? But it's happening everywhere. Take advantage of this. It's about magnification of force as we connect with each other. Meat eating will become as uncool as wearing fur and smoking cigarettes. When I go to the medical schools, I ask the students, if somebody were sitting around the table, if somebody pulled out a Marlboro and lit up, what would your response be? Wouldn't you all, everybody else look at it and say, man, are you still doing that? In 2020, you still doing that? Well, when somebody orders a steak or a beef burger, we want people to say, are you still eating that stuff? Man, don't you know what that does to the planet, what it does to your life, what it does to you? How can you buy that stuff anymore? And it's starting to happen. More and more. Magic is required. We've seen magic before. I grew up at Berlin Wall in place. I thought it was going to be there forever. 20 years of Western trade, rock music, and blue jeans. And in 1989, one weekend, we saw the Berlin Wall come down. That's a high-grade piece of magic because the people wanted it, because there was time for that anachronistic, evil structure to be crumbled. Well, the meat-eating edifice has to go the same way. We've seen Nelson Mandela spend 20 years in prison to become the head of his country. We've seen magic happen before. We've seen great progress in restaurants, supermarkets. The media's more vegan-friendly. There's more vegan celebrities. They're teaching courses in university. Much more accepted these days. We need magic. Young people are unencumbered by past beliefs. They have a complete disregard for recent history. That's okay. Young people on the internet. There's magic. If you're not familiar with a movie called The Game Changers, I urge you to see this. It blows away the ideas that vegans are scrawny, skinny, underperforming people. I invite people to do a search on plant-based athletes or vegan bodybuilders. I'll point out this is Mr. Jim Morris at age 61. This is Jim Morris at age 71. I was 71 last year. I look just like this. This is what vegan diets do to you. But seriously, the old stereotypes have to be blown away. They do not serve us any longer. So, Dr. Rao asked, how are people voting with their forks? This is how they're voting. How are you voting with every meal you order in the restaurant, every item you put in your supermarket basket at the supermarket? This is such an important paragraph. You may not have noticed, but there's been a global shift away from meat in recent years. A full 70% of the world's population is reportedly either reducing meat consumption or leaving meat off the table altogether. This is a report from Global Data, a leading data and analytic company. There has been a 600% increase in people identifying as vegans in the United States in the last 3 years. So this is from Forbes magazine. Millennials are driving the worldwide shift away from meat. It is happening. Help this happen by your example, by your encouraging words, by your participation in events like this. Do what you can do to make it a plant-based world. We're running out of time, but it's still salvageable. Burgers for $9 billion. I have to smirk a bit when I hear the paleo folks. Oh, everybody be eating paleo, man. Meat 3 times a day for 9 billion people. Are you kidding? Are you serious? The keto folks, the paleo folks. It's not rooted in reality. Those kind of diets will destroy this planet as well as the people who are consuming it. We can do better than this. They deserve a better future than that. So, this is where we started. What's on your plate matters. So I put a big burger there, right in the middle of the planet. But I chose that burger specifically, because guess what kind of burger it is? It's McDonald's plant-based burger. Not that I'm saying you should go out and eat it, but talk about a sign of the times. You know, I've got a folder on my computer with things I never thought I'd see. And every week I add 2 or 3 to that file. And this is out of that file. Did you ever think McDonald's would be serving vegan burgers? But this is happening. This is the power of this movement, the undeniability, the unstoppability of this movement. And you're part of it. And this one has to succeed, or else we're going to wind up alone with no other animals on this planet in year 0. And none of us wants that. We owe the kids a livable future. So, what's on your plate? It matters for the people, for the animals, for the planet. The future's on our plate, but we can make it a good one still yet. So it's a huge, huge undertaking. But we put a man on the moon. I remember John F. Kennedy saying, at the end of this decade, we will put a man on the moon. And they laughed at him. That's serious. But we did it. When Gandhi told the British that you're going to leave India, the general said, oh, you don't think, Mr. Gandhi, we're just going to walk out of India. And Gandhi said, yes, that's exactly what you're going to do. And 8 years later, the British got up and walked out of India. Things that look impossible are eminently doable. And in this world of instantaneous communication, it can happen like that. Here you see McDonald's serving veggie burgers. So don't despair. We don't have time for that. There's a time for action. It starts with every time you're in that restaurant with the menu in front of you and in that supermarket pushing that cart down the aisle. Choose the plant-based option and we'll all have a livable future. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening.
I would like everyone that has been through a CHIP program to stand up for a very specific reason. Because most of my students tell me, oh, I know Michael Klaper. He pulled the fat out of Mr. Phelps' arteries back in the initial presentation. And my girlfriend said it looks like mozzarella. I said, that's what it is, you know, the fat in your arteries. So thank you. And this is for you. We appreciate you being here. Very good. Isn't that nice? The sound's back on.